All right. Yes, we're back. Yes, we're back. And there we go. Now we can say it. Live and direct from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk at the Tom O'Neill Studios in Jackson. This is Steve's Sporty Balls. And as always, we are presented by the L2C Media Network. And now, here he is, better late than never. If he's ever been on time, that's a miracle. Steve, the Baxman Baxley. Yeah, if I'm ever here on time, y'all will be the first to know. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another spine-tingling broadcast. Can we a little bit more? There we go. Hey, welcome everybody to a good spine-tingling little broadcast of this here showgram. And oops, come on. And as usual, the sports world is a tingling, so much so that, well, we're here. So I want to apologize to everyone for not being here yesterday, but got a little overwhelmed last night, so got a little sick, didn't eat at all last night, so tonight, camera not showing it, but I happen to have here some oatmeal that I will be luxuriating on at about right after the broadcast is over. But we are back to somewhat normality, and there you see the, I don't know if the camera can catch that. A little oatmeal. It's supposed to be good for you. We'll find out. Of course, it's good for you. It has to be. And now we go straight to what we like to call our scoreboard, which, as always, is presented by Caesars Sportsbook and Casino. And remember, we are all Caesars, but even Caesars. Yes, even Caesars know their limits. And if you feel like, well, you need a little help in that department, well, we got a group of folks that'll help you out if you feel like you're getting a little addicted to gambling, you need a little help. Call some good people over at the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700. That's 1-800-522-4700. Remember again, we are all Caesars, but even Caesars know their limits. Know yours. And if you want help, call these people. They're very good. National Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-522-4700. And with that said, we begin. We are relaxed. Let's get in the hardwood, folks. It's time for a little basketball aloja. Yes, indeed. We kick off the old aloja as the road to the basketball playoffs continue. One game still going on as we speak. And it is the 5:50 remaining in third quarter. Hey, Dandelion, how you doing? We'll get to the hockey scores un momentito. Right now, 5:50 left to play in third quarter. It is the number one ranked Phoenix Suns leading the number 8 seed New Orleans Pelicans 78-64. The series is tied 2 games apiece. This is game 5. It's also game 5 between the number 1 seed Miami Heat and the number 8 seed Atlanta Hawks. But guess what? It's all over as the Heat advance, beating the Hawks 97-94. Game 5 for the number 2 seed Grizzlies and the number 7 seed Timberwolves. That is now tied at, that is now correction. Number 2 seed Grizzlies beat the number 7 Timberwolves 111 to 109. Memphis leads that series 3-2. And guess what, folks? We're done with the basketball. Yes, I told you. We're done with the basketball. Now, let's do some hockey. All right. Let's get going, and we'll get you the NHL playoff picture as well. And by the way, I am feeling good now, so uh, it's good if you take a break when things start to, fall apart. So here we go. Let's get you to the games that are still going on, some with playoff implications. And they are early in the third period. It is the Colorado Avalanche leading the St. Louis Blues 4-1. In the second intermission, Vancouver Canucks lead the Seattle Kraken by a score of 3-2. And early in the second period, the Anaheim Ducks lead the San Jose Sharks 3-0. Final scores with the 3 stars. Personal wellness is important. Always take care of yourself. Thank you, Dandelion. I did last night, and tonight I got my oatmeal here, so everything's going to be back, and I am going back to exercise because all of this stress has got me back to doing something I seldom, if ever, enjoy doing, and that is eating a little too much. Anyway, we'll get back on that in a few, but right now let's get down to the hockey here. I've already given you the 3 games that are still going on. How about the games that have just ended? I'll tell you. Carolina Hurricanes beat the New York Rangers by a score of 4-3. Troutchuk for Carolina, 1 goal. Crater for the Rangers, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Skjel for Carolina, 2 assists. The defending two-time Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning lead. They won against the Columbus Blue Jackets 4-1. Stamkos for Tampa Bay, 2 goals and 2 assists. Kucherov got 1 goal and 3 assists, and Hedman had 1 assist. Okay, let's get to some more here. Toronto Maple Leafs, they blanked the Detroit Red Wings on a night that I have a feeling there may be a change in the coaching ranks there. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. 3-0 final score. Maple Leafs over the Red Wings. Matthews for Toronto, 2 goals. Campbell for Toronto, 20 saves. Nylander for Toronto, 2 assists. Edmonton Oilers beat up on the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-1. McDavid for Edmonton, 1 goal. 3 assists. Kane for Edmonton, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Bouchard for Edmonton, 1 goal. Boston Bruins over the Florida Panthers 4-2. DeBrusk for Boston, 1 goal. Hall for Boston, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Pastrnak for Boston, 2 assists. Final. In overtime, Ottawa Senators over the New Jersey Devils 5-4. Stützle for Ottawa, 2 goals, 2 assists. Foote for New Jersey, 2 goals. And Tkachuk for Ottawa, 3 assists. New York Islanders over the Washington Capitals 4-1. Sorkin for the Islanders, 32 saves. Dobson for the Islanders, 1 goal. Cizikas for the Islanders, also 1 goal. Arizona Coyotes over the Minnesota Wild, 5-3. Strawman for Arizona, 1 goal, 1 assist. Who are you going to call? Gostaberrier for Arizona, 3 assists. And Foligno for Minnesota, 1 goal, 1 assist. Calgary Flames in overtime over the Nashville Predators, 5-4. Tkachuk for Calgary, 1 goal. Forsberg for Nashville, 2 goals. And Dubé for Calgary, 2 goals. In a shootout, Dallas Stars embarrassed the Vegas Golden Knights by a score of 3-2. Robertson for Dallas, 2 goals. Stevenson for Vegas, 1 goal. And Ottinger for Dallas, 33 saves. So now you're probably saying to yourself, Steve, what does this mean for the NHL playoff picture? Well, Here we go. With a few days left of the NHL regular season, it is coming down the home stretch. A few days left to play. It marks the first full 82 game slate for the league since the COVID-19 pandemic began in 2020. Now, as regular playoff picture is becoming very clear, the postseason begins on May 2nd and will end on or before June 30th. As all the action as all of the action unfolds in these final weeks of the regular season, we will, of course, on Steve's Sporty Balls, keep you updated with which teams have clinched and how the postseason race is shaping up. Now, on Tuesday, the three remaining playoff spots in the Western Conference could be claimed, depending on the outcome of the Vegas Golden Knights and Dallas Stars, which has already been given. Now, why are we doing this? Can we double, guys? Yeah, let's double back here for a briefth of momentation here for a briefness. Before we do anything further, right now we're boop boop boop. There we go. Thank you, guys. Okay, let's take a look at the playoffs. I know we do. I mean, it already happened tonight, so let's see. Do we have yeah, let's give you little scenarios and we'll show you about the playoffs here. And let's see. The Florida Panthers will clinch the President's Trophy if they defeat the Boston Bruins in any fashion, and the St. Louis Blues defeat the Colorado Avalanche in any fashion, or if they get the 1 point versus Boston and St. Louis defeats Colorado in regulation, which, as we all know, boop, ba-doo, ba-doop. Okay, Avalanche and the Blues are now Avalanche 4, Blues 1, Canucks 3, Kraken 2. Let's see, Ducks past the Sharks, 9:58 remaining in the second period. Let's see, Maple Leafs, they've already clinched a little playoff fandango. Did they not? Yes, they did. The Maple Leafs clinched the number 2 playoff seed after beating the Red Wings, and the Lightning beat Columbus. So the Maple Leafs and Lightning will clinch an A2 and A3 first round matchup. Now, Carolina Hurricanes, and I think they did that. We'll get to Carolina in a moment. Edmonton Oilers, because they defeated the Pittsburgh Penguins, they clinched the number 2 playoff seed in the Pacific. The Kings were idle, but they will clinch playoff berth if the Stars embarrass the Vegas Golden Knights, which they did. The Oilers and Kings will clinch a P2 and P3 first round matchup. The Predators, well, they didn't do so good tonight. They didn't clinch. Let's see. Dallas Stars will clinch if they defeat Vegas in regulation. Dallas Stars, congratulations. You did it, and Nashville has clinched a playoff berth. But why am I telling you this? You may say yourself. So let's go, instead of all that hullabaloo, hullabaloo. I want standings, guys. Come on. Give me standings so we can do this properly and we can. All right. So right now, here's the way things look. Eastern Division, the Eastern Conference, Metropolitan Division. Carolina is on the top side. Let's see, they've clinched already. Rangers, they're in. Let's see, Carolina, Carolina 53 and 20, 53, 20 and 8. They had 114 points. I love this. Carolina, 114 points, so they clinched. Rangers got second, 108 points thus far. Pittsburgh clinched the third spot with 101. In the Atlantic Division, Florida clinched 120 points. Toronto's in with 113. And Tampa Bay is in with 108. As for the wild card situation, that goes to Boston with 105 points, Washington with 100. Ain't that a hoot? In the Western Division, the Western Conference Central Division, it's Colorado with 118 points, St. Louis at 109, Minnesota tied with 109 as well, but they got about a 2-game advantage. Anyway, Pacific, you got Calgary, Edmonton, and Los Angeles. And in the wild card situation, Nashville is the only one that's in right now. This is going to go, the wild card situation, that's going to go to probably the last game, because right now Nashville has 95 points, Dallas has 95 points, and Vegas has 91 points. So those three you got to watch for. So there you go. So we will know more probably by tomorrow. We should know more about that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Congratulations. Yes, congratulations to the teams. Let's see. To count, because as you know, I am a Hockey Night in Canada fan. We got Toronto. They're in. We got Toronto. Yeah, we got Toronto. Let's see. In the Western Conference, we got Winnipeg. We got Calgary, Edmonton, and that's it. This season, the Rogers folks have only 4 teams in the playoff spot. 4 Canadian teams are in the playoffs. So there you go. We should have a total fuller understanding of all things wickedly hockey coming up in a little bit, maybe tomorrow. Right now, let's get you over to the minor leagues. Yes, we have to do the minor leagues. Why do we have to do the minor leagues, you may ask? Well, it's because it's hockey. You got to have the good with the good. So there you go. Let's go to the American Hockey League. And friends, you are going to love it. Why? Because we care about you. That's why we love it. Okay. I hate when they put a commercial up here because that means I have to wait till this little rotating beast ends. Okay, thank you, boys. All right, let's get on with it. Let's go to the scoreboards. So we missed last night, but tonight we're making up for it. All right, here we go. Final scores. Well, actually, we got games that are still going in there. So let's give you an update. Early in the third period, Stockton Heat leads the San Diego Gulls 4-1. End of the second period, it is the Abbotsford Canucks over the Bakersfield Condors 3-1. Final score: Springfield Thunderbirds over the Lehigh Valley Phantoms 5-0. Texas Stars over the Manitoba Moose 4-2, and that, believe it or not, is the AHL. Now let's go. That's more Canadian teams in the playoffs than in some years. Yes. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Rogers deal with the NHL, I think they got about 3 more years left of it. I will have to find out. But right now, 4, That ain't bad. Maybe this will be the year the jinx is off. But before we do all that, we got to go to the Big O, the Ontario Hockey League. Oh, did I miss that? Yes. Yes, I missed that. Yes, now we're here. We had 4 games going on in the OHL. Let's go to it. Kitchener over London, 1-0. Excuse me, Kitchener over London, 3-2. It's the dark line. I missed one show, and I have to retrain myself. Jeez. Guelph over the Sioux, 6-3. Oshawa over Kingston, 4-3. Sarnia over Windsor, 5-2. And there you go. There is the lovely Ontario Hockey League. Can we do something here, guys? Can we do something here? Give me a little looky-loo here, if we can. Thank you, boys. Before we go to the big old rest of this, can we just for a moment here, if we can, the briefest of monumentals here. Let's see here. Here we go. Like I said, folks, here we go. Let's see. I do believe it is 12. Yes, 12-year deal. It's a 12-year deal with Rogers for exclusive Canadian television digital rights. It began in 2013. So let's see, 2013, 2014. Let's see. The deal was valued at $5.2 million. Let's see. 12 broadcasts beginning with the 2014-2015 season. So 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. So the deal has got 3 more years. 3 more years. So they better get something done right. So Canadian hockey team better get the Stanley Cup. Anywho's. So we go with that. See what you learn here tonight, folks, on this broadcast. Okay. Let's get to the ECHL, the East Coast Hockey League. And as we do that, you got to be kidding me. Playoff series. Thank you, boys. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Thank you. Okay. It's Maine. It's Maine versus Reading. Oh, there. That's right. Maine versus Reading. And right now, Reading leads series 2-0. It's Trois-Rivières and Newfoundland. Newfoundland leads their series 2-1. Let's see. Both the Maine and Reading game 3 Thursday. And the Trois-Rivières and the Newfoundland folks, their game will be Thursday at 7. That's game 4. In the South Division semifinals, Greenville at Florida. And right now, the series is tied at 1. Game 3 is tomorrow night. And finally, it's Atlanta at Jacksonville. And Jacksonville, shockingly, leads series 2-0. Game 3 will be tomorrow night. Central Division semis, Cincinnati taking on Toledo. And right now, Cincy leads that series 2-1. Game 4 will be tomorrow night. Wheeling taking on Fort Wayne, and they lead their series 2-0 with Game 3 Wednesday night. In the Mountain Division semifinals, you got Utah versus Tulsa, and right now Utah leads that series 2-1. And Rapid City versus Allen Americans, and it is Rapid City leading that series 2-1. 4-1. Oh, joy on that one, folks. So let's go from the ECHL to Southern Professional Hockey League. And that way we got one more league to jumble off of and to just explore. All right, no games on the schedule tonight. Let's see. Let's do the finals here. Okay, let's get going here. It is the Peoria Rivermen taking on the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs for the President's Cup Finals. And game one, this is the best 3 out of 5. It will be on Thursday, 7:15 p.m. At Peoria for Thursday and Friday. Then Monday, it'll be at Roanoke. Then Tuesday's game at Roanoke. And Thursday, next Thursday, May 5th, game 5. Both 4 and 5 are if necessary. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. We get these things in fast, folks. What can we say? We're learning as we're going. And in the FIPL, as we like to call it, the Federal Prospects, let's see if they had anything of going in the Commissioner's Cup. Let's see. Come on, can I get it up there? Thank you. Oops. Okay, let's go back one. Let's go back one, guys. Come on. Come on, let's go back one. Boop, boop. All right. That's goody. Okay, they let's see. The let's see. The Watertown Wolves. The Wolves will meet the Columbus River Dragons in the 2022 Commissioner's Cup Final. Good luck. Good luck, folks. Okay, and that is your minor league hockey report. I told you we'd make it through, and we did good. We done good. Yep. And before we do anything more, we want to remind you that tonight, Nick Ricada of Ricada Law, of course, as you know, he has his little show of shows, which is, of course, Law Explaining the Interwebs. Of course, when he covers the trial like he's doing with the Johnny Depp trial, the show is live on with the coverage of the trial itself. So I don't think he is streaming tonight because he was streaming. I don't think he's streaming tonight. I think he is on a little bit of a. Let's find out here. Nope, I don't. No, I don't think he's on tonight. I think he's doing some personal notations, so I think he's doing something special tonight for personal matters. So, Ricada Law, the Ricada Law channel, if you want to revisit day 9 of the trial, you may do so. There's no streaming tonight. How does it feel to have Twitter back in our hands? Feels good, don't it? Okay, we're going to get to some headlines. And the big headline, at least big in the sort of sense of football, is a, let's see, is that in 2 years, the AFL will be taking a look at getting a new television deal. And they're even including the fine folks in the States. By the way, speaking of which, the AFL just announced that they have postponed the International Cup to the year 2024. No kidding. Let's see. Do 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 do. All right. Here we go. For you folks that don't know, of course, the Australian Football League not temporarily, their TV rights, the Australian TV rights for the AFL, they're in deep negotiations. The AFL is to secure a fresh TV broadcast deal, which would come in effect from the 2025 season. Now, as Sports Day co-host Sam McClure reported over the weekend, streaming services are likely to be in the frame to secure rights to games for the first time, with AFL CEO Gillian McLaughlin currently here in the States in a meeting with Amazon and Paramount Plus streaming services. Now, of course, the Australian network Channel 7 has owned the free-to-air rights for the AFL matches since 2010, but there's been a level of frustration at AFL House around the direction of Channel 7's broadcast. Now, Channel 10, or Network 10, could be in the running to secure a landmark deal. Now, the AFL, two representatives, and the head person, Gillian McLaughlin, landed in Los Angeles, which is where Amazon and YouTube are based. And here's the interesting thing that was learned. After LA, they're going to New York City. Now, why would they go to New York and LA? Because they are meeting with CBS. Now you're saying, what? What do you mean? CBS already has football. Yes, they do. But you see, CBS, or their new corporate name, Paramount, owns the Australian Network 10. And again, they could be in the running to secure a big deal. So they're going to meet with CBS because they own not only Channel 10, but the Paramount Plus streaming service. And, leave us not forget, they also own their own sports network, the CBS Sports Network. So could you imagine, and I mean this in the most sincerest way possible, could you imagine Australian rules football will have an American home? Because you got to know, much like the Premier League, they have a British home, which is Sky Sports, and of course NBC here in the States. So if they play it off just right, CBS could actually be the home of true international sports. There you go. Good night, Dandelion. Sweet dreams, sweets. Thank you, my little Schnooky Woogie. I love being called Schnookums, and I hope women love to be calling Schnoogy Woogie. I'm going to start calling women Schnoogy Woogie. There you go. Anyway, we'll talk more about that as the thing continues, but right now, that was just the little headline. Let's get you more abreast of the headlines that have come here. So let's go to the NFL. Oh, we got baseball too. So we got to do baseball, don't we? Yes, we do. So I'm glad somebody in the control room was on the ball. Let's go to Major League Baseball. And a very light schedule in the old baseball league-a-roo. 3 games still going on, and about 2 games finals. So let's go to it. Top of the 9th inning, Angels over the Guardians, 4-1. Top of the 8th inning, Diamondbacks and Dodgers tied at 3. Bottom of the seventh inning, it is the Giants over the Athletics 8-2. Final score, Brewers slam the Pirates 12-8, 12-14-1 for the Brews, 8-13-2 for the Pirates. Padres over the Reds 9-6, 9-12-3 for the Padres, 6-8-0 for the Reds. I forgot to give the winner and losing pitcher for the Brewers and Pirates, so forgive me. Suter gets win for the Brewers. He's 1-0. Fletcher gives the loss to the Pirates. He's 0-1, and Hader gets his ninth save of the season. In the Padres-Reds game, Musgrove gets his third win with no defeats for the Padres, and San Martin gets his third loss with no win. All right, let's keep on keeping on here, kids. By the way, just for some edification, New Orleans is right now down 10 on Phoenix, 95-85, with 7:22 remaining in the final quarter. Now, let's get to more of the baseball. Mariners beat the Rays 8-4, 8-10-0 for the Mariners, 4-9-3 for the Rays. Gilbert gets the win for the Mariners. He's 3-0. Fleming gets the loss. He's 2-2. Philadelphia Phillies over the Colorado Rockies, 10-3, 10-11-0 for the Phils, 3-6-2 for the Rocks. Eflin gets the big win for the Phils. He's 1-1. Marquez gets a loss. He's 0-1. Damn Yankees beat the wimpy Orioles 12-8, 12-13-0 for the Yanks, 8-7-1 for the Warriors. Severino gets the win. He's 2-0 for the Yankees. Lyles gets the loss. He's 1-2 for the Orioles. Florida Marlins beat the Washington Nationals handily by a score of 5-2, 5-9-0 for the Marlins, 2-8-1 for the Nats. Alcantara gets the big win. It's his second in a row. He's 2-0 for the Marlins. Gray gets the loss. He's 2-2 for the Nats. And Bender gets his third win for the Marlins, third save actually. Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 6-5, 6-8-1 for the Jays, 5-9-0 for the Red Sox. Romano gets win for the Jays. He's even up, 1-1. Barnes still searching for his first win. He does have his first loss. He's 0-1. Kansas City Royals, by the way, the new uniforms suck. Kansas City Royals over the Chicago White Sox 6-0, 6-6-0 for the Royals, 0-5-2 for the White Sox. Lynch the winner. He's 2-1. Kutchel for the Royals. Kutchel for the White Sox is loser. He's 1-2. Atlanta Braves beat the Chicago Cubs 3-1, 3-6-1 for the Bravos, 1-4-1 for the Cubs. Fried the winner for the Braves. He's 2-2. Stroman for the Cubs is a loser. He's 0-3, and Jansen gets his fifth save. Minnesota Twins deep 6 to Detroit Tigers 5-4, 5-5-0 for the Twins, 4-8-1 for the Tigers. Jax gets the win for the Twins. He's 1-0. And Soto gets the loss for the Tigers. He's evened up at 1-1. Mets over the Cards 3-0, 3-8-0 for the Mets, 0-3-0 for the Cards. Bassett the winner for the Mets. He's 3-1. Hicks the loser for the Cards. He's 1-2. And Diaz gets his third save for the Mets. Astros over the Rangers 5-1, 5-6-0 for the Stros, 1-3-0 for the Rangers. Odorizzi gets the win for the Stros. He's 1-2. Hearn gets the loss for the Rangers. He is winless in 2 attempts, 0-2. Okay, let's fastly go to the scoreboard. Yes, we go to the scoreboard. We start off with AAA. Tacoma over the Las Vegas Red Sox, top of the 7th, 11-2. That's in the second game, isn't it? No, this is okay. It's a normal game. Yes, thank you. Tacoma leads Vegas, or actually is trouncing Vegas 11-2 in the top of the 7th. Final scores: Gwinnett over Norfolk 7-6, 7-10-0 for Gwinnett, 6-9-1 for Norfolk. Memphis defeated Durham 10-0, 10-15-0 for Memphis, 0-5-1 for Durham. Jacksonville over Charlotte or Charlotte, 9-2, 9-13-0 for Jacksonville, 2-10-2 for Charlotte or Charlotte. Toledo body slammed Omaha, 5-1, 5-7-0 for Toledo, 1-2-2 for Omaha. Rochester over Syracuse, 10-9, 10-9-0 for Rochester, 9-9-2 for the Qs. Final in 10 innings, Columbus by 1 over Louisville, 8-7, 8-12-0 for Columbus, 7-14-1 for Louisville. St. Paul over Nashville, 4-1, 4-8-0 for St. Paul, 1-6-0 for Nashville. Indianapolis over Iowa, 4-zip, 4-8-0 for Indy, 0-1-0 for Iowa. Round Rock over Salt Lake, 5-3, 5-8-1 for Round Rock, 3-6-3 for Salt Lake City, Utah. Sugarland, a 7-4 winner over Oklahoma City, 7-9-0 for Sugarland, 4-11-4 for Oklahoma City. El Paso over Reno, 9-3, 9-7-0 for El Paso, 3-7-0 for Reno. Sacramento over Albuquerque, 9-7, 9-13-1 for the Sac, 7-11-0 for the Q. Lehigh Valley and Scranton Wilkes-Barre were postponed due to rain. Buffalo and Worcester also postponed due to rain. So we go now from AAA to AA. Beep, beep. And I'm going to mysteriously disappear for a bit. Nothing beats good oatmeal. All right, we're in the AA section. Richmond over Bowie, 8-0, 8-6-1 for Richmond, 0-4-1 for Bowie. Midland over Frisco, 4-3, 4-8-1 for Midland, 3-5-0 for Frisco in 11 innings. Amarillo over Northwest Arkansas, 6-5, 6-10-0 for Amarillo, 5-9-1 for Arkansas. Actually, Northwest Arkansas. Regular Arkansas beat Wichita 10-4, 10-14-0 for Arkansas, 4-7-0 for Wichita. In 10 innings, Somerset beat Portland 2-1, 2-4-0 for Somerset, 1-6-0 for Portland. Altoona over Akron, 6-4, 6-12-2 for Tuna, 4-7-0 for the Cron. Rocket City over Birmingham by a score of 6-4, 6-8-0 for Rocket, or 6-1 for the Ham. Tennessee over Chattanooga, 5-4, 5-11-0 for Tennessee, 4-7-0 for Chattanooga. Mississippi over Montgomery, 6-3, 6-9-0 for Mississippi, 3-9-3 for Montgomery. Pensacola over Biloxi, 7-4, 7-8-1 for Pensacola, 4-5-4 for Biloxi. Corpus Christi over Tulsa, 2-1, 2-7-0 for Corpus Christi, 1-4-0 for Tulsa. Springfield over San Antone, 5-1, 5-5-0 for Springfield, 1-5-3 for San Antone. Hartford and Harrisburg postponed due to rain. New Hampshire and Reading postponed due to rain. Erie and Binghamton postponed due to rain and rotten weather. So we go from the double to the high A. And it goes like this. Spokane over Everett, 14-6, 14-10-1 for Spokane, 6-10-1 for Everett. Rome over Greensboro, 17-1, 17-17-0 for Rome, 1-3-2 for Greensboro. Great Lakes over West Michigan, 7-5, 7-8-1 for the Lakes, 5-5-0 for West Mich. Lansing finally got on the good side of a win. They beat Lake County 3-1, 3-9-1 for Lansing, 1-3-2 for Lake County. Dayton over Fort Wayne, 4-0, 4-9-0 for Dayton, 0-2-1 for Fort Wayne. Winston-Salem over Asheville, 14-4, 14-16-1 for Winston-Salem, 4-9-0 for Asheville. Hickory over Greenville by a score of 10-6, 10-13-1 for Hickory, 6-7-0 for Greenville. Brooklyn over Bowling Green, 5-4, 5-10-2 for Brooklyn, 4-7-2 for Bowling Green. Peoria over Wisconsin, 3-1, 3-6-2 for Peoria, 1-4-1 for Wisconsin. Aberdeen over Jersey Shore, 10-2, 10-14-1 for Aberdeen, 2-4-1 for Jersey Shore. Hey. South Bend over Quad Cities, 8-2, 8-10-0 for South Bend, 2-10-0 for Quad Cities. Cedar Rapids over Beloit or Beloit, 3-0, 3-6-0 for Cedar Rapids, 0-3-1 for Beloit. Tri-City over Eugene, 1-0, 1-4-2 for Tri-City, 0-2-2 for Eugene. Vancouver over Hillsboro, 6-0, 6-7-1 for Vancouver, 0-3-2 for Hillsboro. Wilmington and Hudson Valley were postponed due to rain, and we got one more little tidbit for you, and that is the single A. So let's do it, and let's do it good. Augusta over Delmarva, 3-1, 3-5-1 for Augusta, 1-2-4 for Delmarva. Boom, boom, boom. Delmarva. All right. Fresno over Stockton, 7-2, 7-11-2 for Fresno, 2-4-1 for Stockton. In 10 innings, St. Lucie over Daytona, 5-4, 5-8-2 for St. Lou, 4-5-1 for Tona. Lakeland over Tampa, 5-4, 5-9-2 for Lake, 4-7-3 for the Pa. Palm Beach over Jupiter, 2-0, 2-3-0 for the Beach, 0-5-2 for the Tur. Bradenton beat Dunedin by 3, 9-6, 9-12 and 1. 9-12 and 1. And I put 9-12 and 1. Oh God, help me. There we go. Bradenton over Dunedin, 9-6, 9-12-1 for Bradenton, 6-7-1 for Dunedin. Clearwater over Fort Myers, 7-3, 7-14-1 for Clearwater. 7-14-1 Clearwater, 3-7-3 Fort Myers. Fredericksburg over Charleston, made in Carolina. Yeah. 15-4, 15-12-1 Fredericksburg. 4-5-3 for Charleston. Lake Elsinore over the Inland Empire, 5-1, 5-9-1 for Lake Elsinore, 1-2-1 for the Inland Empire. Rancho Cucamonga over the Land of Onions, Visalia, 9-4, 9-11-0 for Rancho, 4-7-2 for the Onion. Modesto over San Jose, 6-4. 6-10-0 for Modesto, 4-9-3 for San Jose. Carolina and down east started, but so too did the rain, so they had to suspend the game. It'll be completed on the 29th, which is in 2 days. Kannapolis and Fayetteville, Salem and Lynchburg, and Columbus at Myrtle Beach, all postponed due to rain. Okay, time for a little media bite. Speaking of bite. Okay. Well, we knew the fans would speak one way or another, and boy, did they ever. As we all know, remote broadcasts have been a thing for quite a while, but they became much more common during the last few years around the COVID-19 pandemic. That didn't mean they went very well. Many announcers spoke about the challenges of calling games from a distance, which go beyond even the obvious technical ones. It's become pretty notable in baseball. While many MLB broadcasts went back on the road last season, there have been some particular holdouts, especially in the regional sports network ranks. And a perfect example of that is the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network, Mason. There are several regional sports networks that haven't yet had their broadcasters in the ballpark for every game this season, but there have usually been some rationales expressed beyond cost. For example, the Giants are doing some remote broadcasts thanks to health concerns with Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Kukrow, and the Angels are doing so to get Matt Vasgersian more involved. The latter approach hasn't always gone great, but at least the idea is about Vasgersian's MLB network commitments rather than just a cheaper way of broadcasting. And that team is now sending their broadcasters on the road for at least the next few series. But Mason's stated comments have been a little different. As Brendan Strauss wrote in the Washington Post this weekend, the network tried to defend its remote broadcasting with a statement of the global pandemic required all of us to learn new lessons in innovation, resourcefulness, and resilience. Mason is carrying forward on some of those lessons. Just a few days later, though, they may have changed course. In fact, they might just have done so. The Athletic Stan Connolly says that beginning Tuesday night in New York, Mason is lifting its ban on TV announcers traveling, according to multiple sources. Mason announcers Kevin Brown and Jim Palmer will be on site at Yankee Stadium for the three-game series between the Orioles and the Yankees, marking the first time since 2019 that any Oriole broadcaster have been on the road. The change is expected to hold for the remainder of the season, according to sources. One source said that the ban also has been lifted for Mason's Washington National broadcast. That could become effective as early as Friday when the Nationals head to San Fran to play the Giants. Now, Connolly wrote, this is not expected to affect the Oriole radio broadcast, which will continue to originate from Camden Yards. The Nationals radio broadcasters, our team employees, have been traveling with the team. And another interesting part of his piece is his citation of a March 2022 Mason memo, which tried to blame this decision on health concerns rather than finances. Now, there are obviously still issues with COVID-19, but those haven't been the side reasons preventing any other MLB team from sending broadcasters on the road this season, and this attempt to blame a company move on the pandemic is something we've seen before, including with the Blue Jays' attempt, bad though it may have been, to simulcast their TV broadcast on the radio last season. They gave up on that this season, and it's something we'll probably see more of. Networks are always trying to improve their bottom lines, and the last few years have been tough financially for many networks, and Mason has had its own issues thanks to years-long back-and-forth legal fighting between Mason, the Orioles, and the Nats. They've made specific cost-cutting moves before, including around those teams' pre- and post-game shows last year. But now, things seem to be coming back to normal. At least we hope so. Okay. I think we better get to the international folks, because we are closely monitoring our time. So here we go. Champions League action, semifinals. Manchester City over Real Madrid, 4-3. Championship action, Blackpool over Barnsley, 2-0. And Forest over Fulham, 1-0. Swansea City and Bournemouth tied at 3. In the Austrian Bundesliga, it was Guntermedic Ried and Edmira Wacker Modeling tied at 1. Egger Glass Hartberg 4. Rheindorf Altak 0. Tirol over Lask 4-0. And in Sweden, Norrköping over Kalmar 2-1. There you go on that. And we are down to our last little bit of segment, and that is, of course, our live thing. Yeah. And if we miss anything, don't worry. We'll put it on Sports Leftovers for tomorrow's show. All right. In soccer and Champions League playoff action, Manchester City beat Real Madrid 4-3. In basketball, in the EuroLeague playoffs in Europe, Anadolu Efes defeated Olimpia Milano 77-65. Real Madrid defeated Maccabi Tel Aviv by a score of 87-76. In the Euro Cup playoffs, it was Morabank Andorra over the Gran Canaria, 79-77. Virtus Bologna over Ulm, 83-77. And right now, the Phoenix Suns lead the New York Pelicans 104-95. We're going to see about an update on that game. That is in the 9th minute of action. And do we have anything? Yeah, we have an update in the 4th minute of third period. It is the Anaheim Mighty Ducks 3, San Jose Sharks 2. In the Czech Republic hockey playoffs, the Extraliga, Trinec over Sparta Prague 7-3. Finland's hockey playoffs, Turku defeated Tappara 1-0. And in Sweden's playoffs, Färjestad over Rögle 5-1. In the Nippon Professional Baseball League in Japan, Rakuten Golden Eagles over the Chiba Marines 3-2. Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks over Seibu Lions 3-0. Hanshin Tigers, Chunichi Dragons were postponed. Hiroshima Carp, Yakult Swallows also postponed. In the second game, Nippon Ham Fighters over in Okay, did we do all these? Yep. Yeah, we did. Yokohama Bay Stars over the Murray Giants 6-4. Oric Buffaloes over the Nippon Ham Fighters 3-2. And there you go from there. Now, do we have any updates? Yep, 8th inning. San Francisco leads Oakland 8-2. South Korean Baseball Organization, KBO. Doosan Bears, an 8-4 winner of the NC Dinos. Hanwha Eagles, a 5-2 winner of the Kiwoom Heroes. KT Wiz-Swan and the Kia Tigers. Kia beats the Wiz in that old long shot. Let's see. Kia Tigers over the KT Wiz-Swan 10-5. SG Landers over the Lottie Giants 8-1. And the Samsung Lions over the LG Twins 7-4. And the Rajasthan Royals defeated the Royal Challengers Bangalore 29 runs, 115-144. So right on, Rajon. Okay, that is going to wrap it up. We got about 3 minutes left, but and once again, my humble apologies for not having a show last night, but when you are about us, when you get a little overwhelmed, it happens, and we got a little overwhelmed, and I had to take a breather and a break, so I did. So I'm glad to be back. Let's see. New Orleans 97, Phoenix 106 with a minute 52 seconds left to play. And looks like Phoenix is going to take a 3-2 lead in this series with a minute 39 seconds. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I am Steve, and this has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions Incorporated in association with the L2C Media Network and LTC Beauty, the Spartan Dream, of course. So we're done here. We'll see you all tomorrow night. Thank you, and good night, everybody. Keep them balls shiny and clean. Never let them deflate. Bye.